Hi, everybody. This is the Zoom call for the Way to Grow group on Sunday evening, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I apologize for the little delay I had, but I'm here now. So anyway, the first thing I'd like to chat with you all about is your experiences over the last 2 weeks with Recruit Leads, talking with people. If there's any obstacles or anything that you couldn't, you struggled with. And I know some of you have had some recruits too, so let's celebrate that as well. Okay. Susan, why don't you start first?
I did recruit a new young lady, and it was quite...
Oh, all of a sudden we lost you. We lost you. Okay. Susan, talk again. No. We lost your audio. Okay. You know what? You might have to reconnect, Susan. We lost your audio. Oh. Say some words, Susan. No. Can't hear you. Call back in. Connect back in. Okay. Megan, how about you?
It's been a good couple weeks.
Yeah, tell us about it.
I've got a lady signing tomorrow night,
Awesome.
and she closes her show, and then I have another lady that's on the fence. She's pretty much going to sign. It's just getting her husband on board.
Okay. So what have you done in reference to that with her husband?
He just wanted more info, like the commission on it, and more of the breakdown. She was in another direct sales company, and she really blew it with that one, so she's got to prove herself with Pampered Chef.
Yeah. One of the ways I deal with that, Megan, by the way, Susan, oh, here's this. Hold on, unmute audio. Susan, you want to say something? Can you say something real quick? Susan? Hello? No, hear me. Okay. One of the things that I like to try to work with a husband is letting them know that this is our target market is everyone, because everyone has a kitchen. And so it's very different than other direct sales companies, because this isn't a luxury buy. While it is a quality buy, it's not a luxury buy. It's not something for me. It's not jewelry. It's not makeup. It's not skincare. It's not toys for the kids. It's not something to hang on the wall. It is something that's going to help take care of the family better, and in turn, everyone's happier. So it's not a personal business or personal buy per se, but it is something that's helping people equip their kitchens. And one of the reasons that I love talking with husbands about Pampered Chef is to the kitchen what Craftsman or Snap-on is to the garage. Okay, and so I like to talk to the guys about the right tool for the right job. And this is what we're doing. We're helping people equip and give them tips and ideas for people to take care of their families better. So whenever you're with husbands, I always like to let everybody know what I say, and I usually am pretty good with that, because that's the accountant side of me, that real logical, why do I do it? How's it going to enhance the family? What is it going to do to take away from the family? All those logical questions. So it's just something you can talk about. Susan?
I'm on the phone.
You're on the phone. Oh, now I heard you. Is it because you're on the phone? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's happening. So.
No, it said I needed to update something on the computer speaker, so I'm not going to take the time to do that. I'll just.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, Megan's telling us about her 2 weeks, so then we'll come right back to you. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. So, so Megan, you are signing someone tomorrow night. You're working with one other person. Did you have any other leads this week?
No, not willing. I had a crazy week at home, so I didn't really get on the phone this week.
Didn't you have a lot going on this weekend? Didn't you share with me you had a lot of fairs and things like that?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I just got home from my last show for the weekend at 7 o'clock tonight. So,
Okay. Well,
yep.
good. Well, thanks for still jumping on the call. I'm going to try to keep this one to about 30 minutes so that you can get back to your families right away. And so it's easy for other people to listen in. So was there anything this in the past 2 weeks that was tough to handle for you?
I don't think so. I kind of had to chuckle that you made the Snap-on Craftsman tool ratio with the husband, because it seems like I make that statement almost at every show.
Good. Well, and it kind of gives people permission to buy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or to book, and I always tell people, if you can't afford everything, please don't feel any pressure. Have me in your home, invite a few friends over, we'll do a class, and I can help you earn these for free or half price. So it's a great reason to have me in your home to keep the budget intact. Okay. All right.
Now,
Can I ask Megan to tell us? I'm going to
at my
ask if Megan
show
to tell me about
tonight
the Craftsman comment.
asked if I could if she could buy the kit but not do anything with it.
Oh.
And I'm like, give me 90 days before you decide you're not going to do anything with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So I don't know.
if you have someone that says they're not going to do anything with it, is she saying that or the husband is?
No, she did. This was another lady at the show tonight that she's like, oh, I love the kit. You get so much in the kit. What if I just buy the kit and not do anything with it? And I'm like, you can buy the kit, but at least give me 90 days and we can talk. Definitely do 2 shows because you're going to love it.
Right. And what I would do with someone like that was so upfront, I'm very protective of our kit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that person doesn't have to buy up to $1,000 worth of stuff from any of us if we sell her the kit with no intention of selling. What I would say to her is, let's book 4 shows. That's going to be your commitment to me and to the Pampered Chef for getting that kit at the reduced price. And so let me help you host coach those first 4 people.
Okay.
That way you know it's for real, because you don't just want to sell the kit, because it does you no good and it does everyone in the area a disservice, okay? So
Right.
Whenever I have a hint that someone is a kidnapper or that they're really not going to do anything, and she came right out and said it, I would say, oh, I know this is a really, really great deal, but it's not a sale on our products. And I'm so glad you brought this up because this is such an important topic. This is not a sale on our products. This is a commitment to 4 nights, to try Pampered Chef for 4 nights. And that's why we give you the reduced price. So it's a commitment, okay? And if you don't think this is a good time, then you might want to wait. Even though it seems like a great deal, it's not a deal. It's a commitment to a business. So that's how I would deal with that. Susan, does that make sense? Do those words make sense?
That was good. I wrote that. Let me help you host coach for your first 4 shows. And then just that this is not a sale on the kit, but this is a commitment for 4 shows. I wrote that.
Commitment to a business, and it's or commitment to 4 nights.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And what I was saying about the Craftsman tool is I like to, when I'm talking with the husbands or the men or the women in their life, sometimes it's the guys that are wanting to do this. Pampered Chef is to the kitchen what Craftsman or Snap-on is to the garage. Okay. And so we help equip the room that you're going to take care of your family in. Just like you need tools in the garage to help take care of the household items, anything to fix the household repairs. We need tools in our kitchen so that we can help prepare food so that we can all eat, you know.
Good.
And
Nope, that's really good.
yeah, it's a quality buy. Remember, it's, you know, whenever people bring up and say, oh my gosh, Pampered Chef is expensive. And I go, really? I says, well, if you're comparing it to Walmart, yes. But I says, remember, Walmart tools and Pampered Chef tools are not equivalent in quality. So you have to compare us to Williams-Sonoma, Sur La Table, you know, all the places that are cooking stores, you know, that are actually
That's their specialty.
tools, you know, maybe not at the professional level, but definitely above grade of Walmart, Target, etc., Kmart. So you may buy a 8-inch skillet for $10 at Walmart, but you're going to rebuy it every year. So take a chance on our cookware, our, what is it, $38 or $40 for our 8-inch skillet that has a lifetime warranty, and you'll never buy it again. Okay, so there's the difference. You may be paying 4 times up front, but you won't be paying the next 4 years. So the difference, it's apples and oranges. And so I always make sure that people understand that, you know, well, it's apples and oranges. You can't compare a Walmart 8-inch skillet to our 8-inch skillet, you know, or our forged cutlery to a knife at Walmart or Target or Meijer, you know. So thanks, Megan. I'm glad you had a great couple days. Couple weeks rather. Those are exciting things, and let us know as you sign people up, okay?
Sure will.
Okay. Put it on Facebook too, so we can all celebrate. Susan, tell us about, tell us about the experience you had with your gal. You signed someone up. Tell us about that.
I did sign up a young lady that I knew the family, and then I ran into her and her mother at the grocery store, and she was working part-time, and she said she was looking for something else, and I said, well, you could come and work with me. And she was a culinary student, graduate, and she's working in the kitchen, but it's not her lifeline dream.
Okay.
And so we met. I offered to talk with her, and she was very interested. Her parents know me and trust me, so they know that I'm not going to do her harm, if you will.
Yes.
So, yep, you know what I mean. I have to tell you. Thank you. So I did sign her up, and she's all set. We're going to be doing her first show this coming week.
Nice. Awesome.
Very, very excited. She got her kit, and she was so excited to get her kit. And I did what you had suggested, to have her open it with either her sister or her friend, because she has a friend that she would like to introduce the business to. She was tickled when she said she was on her way to meet me on Friday. The FedEx guy was pulling into the neighborhood. She turned around, backed up to meet him at her door, put the boxes in her car, had them in the car. At the end of our meeting, she's like, come and see. She was so excited. I'm so happy for her.
Oh, awesome.
She's excited.
It's a great opportunity and experience for people, because they may never at one time be able to purchase all that.
Right. Well, we talked about how there's many business opportunities out there, and a lot are gift type items, and how Pampered Chef helps equip families' kitchens.
Right.
And it's just there's something for everyone.
Yeah, and for some people, remember, it teaches a life skill. Some people have come into this business not knowing how to cook at all, and because our recipes are so easy, I've had people downright dislike to cook, and they do great because they say, I'm going to teach you how to get out of this room faster than you know how. Okay, and their whole their whole demonstration is built on, you know, this is fast, this is easy, this is the tool you need, and you're done. But for some, they learn to love cooking, which is very exciting. That's very exciting that we've helped someone with a life skill for sure.
I like to say that Pampered Chef has given me cooking success.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. And there isn't a recipe that I've tried that I haven't liked, to be honest with you. I mean, I haven't loved every single one, but there isn't one that I could say, oh my gosh, I couldn't eat it. My sister's husband is vegetarian. Well, pretty much, I should say vegan, but he's not where he doesn't wear a leather belt kind of vegan. So I don't know what they call it. But anyway, he doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat dairy. He doesn't eat gluten. It's, she's really struggling with what to cook him, right? He's cut out sugar. It's really tough. But anyway, she said, Nance, I keep going back to that cookbook you gave us, our vegetarian cookbook. And she said, he called me she came over the other day and we made chicken cacciatore. There wasn't anything about it that he would have eaten, so he stayed home. She made him something out of the cookbook, and on her way here, he called her and he said, Judy, this was phenomenal. It was just delicious. So, and you know what I mean? And I don't cook out of that cookbook. I mean, I probably should, but I don't. But she said, Nance, there isn't a recipe yet that we have tried that we haven't liked. So it's good. So we give people cooking success. You're right.
Cooking success. Yep.
Now, did you have anyone else that you were dealing with, Susan, that you need help with?
No, I don't need any help. I did tell you I ran into the fireman who was looking for a fundraiser.
Right.
I stopped back to see him again on Friday, and he said that we will be doing that.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Megan, I stopped for directions and talked to a fireman, and he hooked me up. We talked about a fundraiser, so he asked me if I did fundraisers, and I said, of course I do.
Isn't that great?
I'd be glad to help you with that.
Yeah. And they raise funds for equipment, not just. I know I'm going to go to my guy this week. I'm going to go to the captain. I live in a community with over 50,000 people. So we have firehouses. I don't know how many of them, like 8 or 9 of them. And I know that each one of those firehouses has 3 shifts, or 3 or 4 shifts of guys because they work 24 hours. And I think it's 3. And each shift has their own cook utensils, their own cabinets of food, their own refrigerators. And I know they get a budget at the beginning of every year that they can purchase cooking tools. So I would love to do like a chili cook-off between the 3 shifts. Wouldn't that be fun?
Sure, but that could turn into a fundraiser too. They could sell the chili.
Yes, they could sell the chili, and they could also, get a lot of, all their families could purchase Pampered Chef products, set it up online, and then it wouldn't be a fundraiser for cash. It would be a fundraiser for products for each of the shifts. Okay, for tools for the guys to use. So I'd love to do that, and I'd love to do it with all the different houses. That could be it could be my whole year of sales, quite honestly. When you think about 9 or 10 houses, each 3 shifts, so, that's 30, 40,000 in sales just for the budget that they have, let alone what everyone else would buy. So, that's pretty awesome.
I was going to say, I had a show Friday, and there was a fireman there because he had his shirt on, and I told him what I was going to do, and I asked him if I could come over to his firehouse and talk to them because they're in a different town.
Right.
So he said that he would be very interested in doing that too. It's maybe 2.
Yeah. I mean, think of how serving your community back, the very guys that help us, like in our town, if we call the fire department, you don't pay for that. I mean, it's just part of your taxes, and, but we're always very good to the guys. In fact, I have a great fireman story. When my son came home from deployment, he didn't come, my hair is bad. He didn't come home through the airport. He drove home with his family. And so usually the first time after they come home from deployment, they go and meet the guys and, with all the motorcycles and the flags and, they travel with them home. Okay. And, so Richie didn't come through the airport, so that couldn't happen. But we were having a party for him, for everybody to come and say hello. And it was at his mother-in-law's house, who also lives in my same town. And So we're also having a party for the baby. And so anyway, long story short, besides all the motorcycle guys, the whole Orland Fire Department came. And I shouldn't say all of them, but there was about 8 or 9 trucks there. There was, it was crazy. And Richie, and they ran their sirens, and Rich goes outside to see what's going on. And he goes, oh my gosh, there's something must be happening in the neighborhood. And I said, yes, it is. It's for you.
That's great. It's for you.
Yeah, it's for you. And the guys all got out of the truck, and there was like 40 guys there. And they were all shaking Rich's hand and thanking him for his service. And he was turning around thanking them for their service as well. And then one of the guys said, speech, so Richie just started talking, and he said, man, why aren't you running for president? He goes, I vote for you today, with everything that's going on. So anyway, but I said, yeah, they might be in his future. What did we say? 2035, Ryan for president. So
that's right. We'll remember when. We knew him when.
We knew him when, but yeah. But anyway, those guys really work hard. So we, in turn, brought all the leftovers to the 3 houses that came. And those guys were so appreciative. It was crazy. It was like, oh my gosh. Because, we cooked a ton of food, of course. So anyway, but we really appreciate our fire department here. So who else is on the line? Who is 314-630-8374?
That's me.
And who? And what? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Jerry.
I'm sorry. What's your last name, Jerry?
Shervanick.
Oh, Jerry Shervanick. Okay, Jerry. How about you? Have you had any encounters with some people for recruiting?
Not recruiting. More for just shows at this point. So I'm getting some shows on my calendar, and eventually gonna, get the recruiting going. So
good. So be real specific at your shows with the things you say and do to lead people to wanting a business, wanting to make some extra money, especially for the holidays coming up, or maybe you're going to have a special vacation next year, or maybe you have someone going off to college next year and you'd like to fatten up that savings account a little bit. Let me help. Averages,
okay.
By the way, our averages company-wide are $600 is the company average now. Now, it was $480 for the longest time. We've jumped up to $600 for the first 6 months of this year. Now, in the fall, it's always bigger. So people are really buying a lot. The per guest order is up as well. And the party average is, like I said, way up. And they have found that $600 is with an average of 6 to 7 people at a show. They also have found that if you have 12 people at a show, it's $1,000 show. Did I tell you guys this already? I've been doing like phone call after phone call. So I think that's really important for when you're host coaching, because think of it, if you have double the people there, you have double the opportunity not only for bookings, but also for recruit leads, okay? And when people love to come to a party or a class, remember, a show is something you watch. A party is something, it's an active word, it's a verb, it's something that you partake in, and so is a class. A class is something that you're partaking in. So remember to use those 2 words. But I'd love to come and do a party for you. Maybe they're young people and they're having their wine and beers, whatever. Let me come and have a party with your friends at your house. Or if it looks like the type of group that might like a class, let's have a spiralizer class. You guys are all into healthy eating. Let me do a spiralizer class, and we'll make 3 things using the spiralizer. You can all go home. You can all get the spiralizer for a $75 fee. That, by the way, that $75 is the spiralizer plus tax and shipping to their home. Now, I would encourage you not to put in the order until the party's over, because they might want to add some other things to their order. All right? Then they won't have to have 2. And just let them know that $75 holds a spot in their for them in the class, and also it will, you'll go home with the spiralizer, not go home with the spiralizer, the spiralizer will go to your home after the class is done. And if you have 10 people there, that's $750 show, you know, approximately, well, a little bit less, $650 show. But you can raffle off the host benefits. And by the way, when you raffle off host benefits, don't give it all to one person. Tell everybody whatever it ends up being. Say it's $165 in free merchandise with 3 half-price items. You'll give 3 different people a half-price item, and then you divvy up all of the free into $25 or $20 gifts. You know, like they can add another $20 or $25 worth of stuff, and you put it all under the host name, under one person, not one person, but under your name, consultant serving as host, or you can do it as a mystery host, either one. But you ask them for an additional $20 of what they would want. They can't take $20 off their order because then they would screw up your order. Okay, so that's just a great way. Don't give it all to one person. No one deserves it. No one person deserves it. This way, if they all get a little bit of something for free, they love it. They're very happy with that. And that's how I do it with fundraising. When we raise funds, I should say when they want to do a product raffle or anything like that, I'll do it in groups. Okay. Like one of the things that we did was, one of the fundraisers was for an army. We did it at the Army Barracks up north on the north side. And we had the guys, we were raising money for their party to come home, their welcome home party. And what we did was we got product, and then the people bought the product for the actual price. So we earned product they bought things, we earned product for free, and then they turned around and they bought that. So all that cash went into their fund. So it really worked out great. Really worked out great. They raffled it off at some free party. So anyway, well, thank you, Jerry. Thanks for sharing. And then I have Marlene Myers. Marlene, how about you?
Well, I did an open house yesterday, and I got more response from the other vendors than I did from the people that attended the open house.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to be calling 2 of the vendors. One wants to do a virtual show, and the other one wants a cooking show. And it was really interested in the recipes that I made. That was the clincher of what got her interested in it. And the one that wants the cooking show is not happy with the company that she works for,
Okay.
the direct sales company. So I will be talking to her about recruiting her into the Pampered Chef.
Awesome. Yeah, and just say, why don't you try this company? It's very different because our target market is everyone. Remember those words. Our target market is everyone. Everyone has a kitchen. And our, over 50% of our line is under $20. That's another thing, and it's actually way higher than that, than 50%. But I don't remember the exact number. I have to look that up again. But it's over 50% of our product line is under $20. Some product lines don't even have anything under $20 at all. Okay, so be real proud out loud about that. Okay, and that really makes a difference. Oh, I'm sorry your vendor fair didn't go well with customers. Was there just not a lot of people going through?
There really was not. It was a friend of mine who was a massage therapist, and it was more or less a customer appreciation. And I'll bet there was only maybe a dozen, if that many,
Oh,
that came. So her turnout was not the greatest, but I look at it as I made new contacts, new people to talk with about the business and with booking parties.
good. Awesome. So do any of you have any questions for me or anything that you would like more information on?
Will Laura be helping with the training for my new consultant. I just want to make sure. Okay.
You let Laura know that, Susan. And you know what
Okay.
else?
I think she asked me for the email that your office sent over. So I shared that with her. I'll just touch base with Laura and make sure that she's going to give Ashley a call.
Yeah, and why don't you try and get on the phone and do a 3-way so that you
Okay.
train the trainer. Let Laura train you at the same time.
Can Laura tell me how to do a 3-way?
Yes, she can just she can just put the other person on hold, call you, and then merge the calls. Yeah,
Oh, good. Okay.
not a problem at all. So that way, it shows you how to train your people at the same time, and you walk through it together. And I would highly recommend all of you walking through the training that the Pampered Chef, the new consultant Strong Start training that they have. I'd highly recommend you guys doing that. And there's also the Director Bound program that they've redone in the on the web, and I really encourage you to do some of the exercises in there. They've revitalized it. They've put it with the same language that they're using on for all the web classes, all the Consultant Strong Start. Everything is merged now and all cohesive. So I'm really excited about that because, when we had too many different things going on. So I'm not going to start a new Director Bound program. To me, I want you guys to get out there and do as many shows as you can. We've got the Way to Grow program going right now. I know after the holiday and after my retreats, and by the way, those of you that are my first line, or Darla's directors, Chris's directors, you guys are invited to, if you get to directorship, Susan, you'll be invited to the retreat.
Fingers crossed.
January 1st, you have to be a director. That's the main thing, Now, Megan, you're coming, correct? You're not able to come?
No.
Okay. I thought you were. Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm having 2 weekends, the first and the second weekend, 2 different groups of people. So we're excited about doing that. And another thing that I want you guys to look at, is anybody doing virtual shows on the call?
No.
No? How about you, Megan? Are you doing virtual shows?
No.
Okay. By the next call, I'll have gone through and done a bunch of training on virtual shows, and I would offer those to at your shows. For anyone who doesn't, for some reason, maybe it isn't your thing to have a home party, but maybe you have a lot of friends on Facebook, and we can do a virtual show for you, and you can still earn product, and it's over a 7-day time frame. And I post different little videos. I do a Facebook Live to kick us off. So, and I may even do an event where I show you guys what I'm doing over 7 days so you can see it. But I'm creating all of my posts on Wednesday with Marie and Patty and Barbara. So I'm excited. It's something new. I know some people are doing very, very well with them. Do I think it's the future of the Pampered Chef? Absolutely not. I don't, because I'm invited to about 15 events a week. 15 events a week. I think that people are going to get really, really tired of getting invited to all these things, and they're going to just start blowing them off. So, but it's working now, and I think it just depends on how active your host is with that. And if you have a good experience and your host really likes it, it's a great way for them to sign up and do the very thing that you just did. That's how Charlotte Nagal and Becky Adams both have become executive directors within 2 years of being with the Pampered Chef, totally on virtual shows. Executive directors, not just directors, executive directors. It took me 4 years to get to executive. So That's huge. That's huge. Although both of them are doing live cooking shows. Okay. So, or live cooking parties, excuse me, right now. So, but I do think that it's something we can offer. It's something we can offer, and it's going to hit a certain clientele. So anyway, well, thank you very much for coming on the call tonight. I will see you in 2 weeks. Did you have something else, Susan?
No, I'm saying goodbye. Just saying
Okay.
goodbye. Thank you.
We'll talk again in 2 weeks, and I will be in Florida at that time, so I'll be coming to you from sunny Florida. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you for all you're doing and how hard you're working and all the efforts you're putting in. I promise you it'll pay off.
Thanks very much.
All right. Well, God bless you guys. Have a great 2 weeks, okay? And
Have a good
by
one.
the way, put into practice all the things that was on the Donna McDonald and Karen Josephus for host coaching. Did you guys look at that? Did you on the Way to Go Facebook group?
Yeah.
Phenomenal, just phenomenal. So I highly recommend it. Okay. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody.
You.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
Bye-bye.